Okay. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your patience while I got this all set up to be able to go live on Travel Knowledge. I'll make sure that this video gets posted because I am recording. So we'll be able to make sure that this training gets recorded and put into Travel Knowledge for the future. I'm going to talk today about planning a trip to Vegas for New Year's Eve. This is super fun, and I've done this a couple of times for clients in the past. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys. Again, just a quick intro. My name is Roxanne. I like to abbreviate my last name because it's so long to just SK, but on Facebook it is the full thing, Schwandt-Knutson. Married twice, divorced never. That's why I have two last names. I have two kids. Well, actually, we have three, but two of them, the ones that are left at home here, still have both last names, one or the other. I'm a silver leader and an ITAN card holder. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. If I can figure out how to toggle my screen. There we go. So Las Vegas throws one of the most epic New Year's Eve parties in the world. They have massive fireworks launched from the rooftops of hotels along the strip. The strip is completely closed off to traffic. It's like a giant pedestrian party, block party, where people are out in the streets. There's no traffic. It's completely blocked off at a certain time at night. There are celebrity hosted parties and A-list DJ performances, something different at each resort on the strip. There's a variety of dining, shows, and themed events everywhere. So you have to be on top of the know, like stay in your vlogs, watching vlogs, New Year's Eve vlogs in Vegas on like YouTube to get some more information and find out what's coming up this year for this year's event. Okay. There are the best times to travel. So between December 29th, really 28th, 29th, getting into town in Vegas and not leaving until January 2nd or 3rd. That's going to be the best times to travel in and to travel out with airfare, congestion, stuff like that. So if you have people that are wanting to go to Las Vegas and have the Vegas experience, do some shows, things like that, they're going to want to get in a little bit early and or maybe stay a little bit after New Year's Eve. I mean, let's be real, this is Vegas. So how many people are going to be ready to actually travel home on the first? Probably not very many. Um, so anyways, you can look for deals on Evo Plus. I have had great success getting instant commissions by booking on Evo Plus. And where I live here, we have Allegiant Airline that flies direct out of our small town of Appleton, Wisconsin. Now my post is approved. I'm just going to give it 1 second to make sure that I get live. Okay, it is live. In Wisconsin. Now my post approved. I'm just going to give it Yay. 1 second to make sure that I get Okay. So for those of you joining on with us on the live in Travel Knowledge on Facebook, you didn't miss much. I just wanted to get started because the folks on the Zoom live were waiting patiently for me. So I'm just going to start back really quick 1 second. This training is about Vegas on New Year's Eve for your clients. Vegas is the most epic party in the world. They close the street so that it's just a pedestrian walkway. No cars driving through. It's just people walking from one place to another. There are fireworks that they light off. The different resorts light off from their tops of their hotels, resorts, whatever. And it's just A-list celebrities, A-list DJs, it's the best party of the world, right? For New Year's Eve. So we're gonna hop forward. Oops. Um, right into arriving, right? Arriving and leaving. Your people, if you want to make a little extra commission, you could have them arrive in early-ish, say December 28th, 29th, and send them a link to your Viator to go do an excursion to the Hoover Dam. It's quite a drive, but they can do it. If they rent a car, they can totally do it. It's not far, it's not like super far. We did it, it's really fun. There's also like an experience with meals included. So that is a really cool way to make extra commission. other than booking on Evo Plus, you can book on Evo Plus. I was talking about the flights. So where I live here, we have some direct flights on Allegiant that go directly from Appleton, Wisconsin to Las Vegas, which who doesn't love a direct flight, right? So I always recommend that flight. And it's been successful for me around here. I live about 2.5 hours north of Milwaukee, and that's a big airport. So there are also direct flights from Milwaukee to Las Vegas, but the fact that in Appleton, Wisconsin, people can still fly direct. Little old Appleton compared to Milwaukee is a huge difference. Any major airport nearby you, just check into it. The airline is called Allegiant that we have here. If you're booking the airfare for people on their behalf and you're also finding a deal on Evo Plus, you can kind of include a service fee in with your deal, right? Depending on how much you can get. I've seen the Venetian for over $1,000 difference. That's $500 instant commission. Heck yeah, I'm going to help do a service and book them on the flight if that's what they're wanting. Okay, but the goal is with the flights that they want to be able to arrive and get down on the strip between 6 and 8 p.m. to get a good spot. So you want their arrival flight to land in Vegas around 4 p.m. I usually tell people whatever your landing time is, expect that you're not going to get to your hotel for at least a half an hour, maybe an hour, depending on a lot of factors, where they're sitting on the airplane, how fast the plane deboards, how long it takes to get their luggage if they didn't bring everything in a carry-on. I know I suck at packing. I cannot pack everything in a carry-on. Um, and how long it takes for them to get an Uber or a rental car or whatever they're going to be using for transportation to their hotel. Okay, so you want to factor in all those times. So I try to look for flights that are going to arrive around 4 p.m. in Vegas airport. It's a huge airport, and the carousels for getting your luggage, there's like 20 carousels. Not even joking. It's got to be 20 or more. So there's tons to find. You're trying to figure out. They usually tell on the airplane what carousel their luggage is going to be at if they were listening. So, always recommend people to bring chargers for their phones, portable chargers, anything that they can have, anything lightweight. On iPhones that are magnetic, they have those back of the phone chargers that you can magnetic right to the back of your phone. They also have other portable chargers that have, I don't know what it's called. My husband's a techie guy, but more like MIH, whatever that's called, to be able to hold more capacity of energy in the charger to transfer to the phone. And those can get heavy, but you need to just be careful on that. Just recommend it to your clients, and whatever they decide to buy, that's what they buy. Cannabis is legal in Las Vegas, but it is not allowed in public spaces or hotels. So it is out on the street. The first time I went there, that after they legalized that, it was a little shocking, and that, but it's just the way life is there. So just something else to note. Let's see, where to stay. So prices do soar for New Year's Eve. So it's critical to book as early as now to September, booking this for New Year's Eve. It seems like it's quite a far way away, but we are over half done I was going to say school year, but with the calendar year, we're just over half done with the calendar year. So we're almost there. We're actually closer to New Year's Eve than we are, I don't know, earlier, the warmer months. I'm in Wisconsin, so it's cold here way too long. Anyways, um, they want to stay near the strip or on the strip. It is going to be the best party. If they can stay near the strip, like just some of those hotels right behind like Rio Grande, that's kind of like right behind or on a side street to the strip where they can still walk down to the main gate of their hotel and go out on the strip. Because when they close down the road from transportation, that is awesome. So great places to see in New Year's Eve. Caesar's Palace has great fireworks view. Bellagio, the fountains, like hello, that they will do the fountains to music and lights, and it's amazing. If you've never been there to do that, definitely make that an experience right off your trip. You just have to see it. Cosmo, I can't even talk. Cosmopolitan, they have balcony rooms with strip view. Balcony rooms. Like I have not stayed at the Cosmopolitan, but I have stayed at Aria. Aria is a very modern luxury type hotel. The Vidara is their sister hotel, just off the strip, right behind kind of the I can't even talk. Cosmopolitan. When we went from Aria to Cosmopolitan, we walked the Skyway walk that they have, and you walk right past the big Aria sign, and it's really cool. It's an overwalk of the road, right? Other budget-friendly options, the Flamingo, Link, and then other things off the strip, just off the strip are Orleans and the Palms, which are a little bit more affordable. They are Uber, and they do have Ubers and shuttles that are available. So that's just further off the strip if you have people that are looking to stay under a certain budget. But I highly recommend, I've never stayed at Caesar's Palace, but highly recommend Bellagio, Cosmopolitan, Aria Verdara. I've stayed at all of those and they are phenomenal. Totally worth it. Okay, let's see. Top ways to ring in the new year. So obviously the party on the strip shuts down around 6 p.m. That's why you want your people to get there before then so they can get into their hotel, get their stuff packed, dropped off, and all of that stuff. They have live music, street performers, all of the countdowns, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fireworks are launched from multiple rooftops at midnight. I think I'm talking myself into going this year. Anyways, Fremont Street is another experience. If you've never been to Fremont Street, you guys, we need to all go. Let's go. It is an overhead thing where they have all these different projections. They have street performers, people offering to get their picture taken with you because they need a tip, whatever have you. There's tons of stuff going on there, places to eat, whatnot. All of the nightclubs and rooftop parties. This is where going down and experiencing Vegas to learn where those inside the hotel where this nightclub is or party is, whatever have you. That is, I can't remember the place we went. Oh my gosh, it was a little bit too long ago. Anyhow, that's where researching comes in play and watching other people's vlogs and on YouTube. I love to read that and read their blogs as well to read more about that, to be able to share some information and tips with my clients. So lots of rooftop parties, all of that stuff. There's VIP tickets. They may sell out in advance, so we need to be using golden tickets is another one that we can look at for tickets, obviously Viator. So want to try to find some of those things. Um, Dining tips. So New Year's Eve, as you know, it's Vegas. And then on New Year's Eve, it's like up 5 more levels, right? So if people want dining reservations, need to make those at least at minimum a month in advance. So we need to be booking these July, August, September, and then by Halloween time, because that's just how I gauge time frames, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you want to be able to book your dining reservations. I would make it a goal by Halloween to book the dining reservations for people. A couple of top picks for dining. In the Aria, they have also a really nice restaurant as well. So look for that as well. It's always nice to be able to give some recommendations to your clients to make their whole experience that much better. There are tons of shows that still run on New Year's Eve. So if they want to do a New Year's Eve show and still get out to watch the fireworks, just make sure you're timing it right. See what the show schedules are. You can use Viator and just start doing all of the research now so you can put together a nice New Year's Eve package for your people. What to wear? So Vegas still gets cold at night. The sun goes down and it's no longer heating up the desert or the road. And it does get a little chilly. So it can be down to 35 or 45 in December, even in the winter. So layers are key. People want to go out and they don't want to go all the way back to their hotel room to change their clothes unless they're wanting to change into something more dressy or something, depending on what they're doing. But layers are key and have good walking shoes. I can't do the heels or anything like that, but good walking shoes is key. And if they want to get dressed up in heels, that's them, but you can recommend layers, know that you're going to be doing a lot of walking, and many parties in the resorts, in the hotels, have um, dress codes. So like cocktail attire or even more. It's Vegas, so go all out, right? Getting around Vegas. So avoid driving, obviously, on the strip because it closes at 6. And there's also the monorail that kind of goes behind MGM Grand and it goes all the way to the Sahara. So that is another option if they want to go from, they're staying down at Mandalay Bay and they want to go up further somewhere, hop on the monorail. Uber and Lyft, obviously the road's going to be closed. The strip is going to be closed at 6 o'clock. So they got to kind of plan ahead. But if they are doing Uber or Lyft, they have to remember there's only so many drivers and they're going to be busy. I personally never recommend just hopping on a taxi. There's just a different level of security with Uber and Lyft for peace of mind, right? Walking is often best. Even if they have heels on or uncomfortable shoes, it's gross to walk on your bare feet on the ground. Bring a pair of socks just to throw on your feet or nylons or something to throw on your feet so you're not having your bare feet on the ground. But that is the only thing that got me from point A to point B at one point in my life. I'm sorry. I'm going to just let them out. So here is a travel ad I created. Pardon me. Here is a travel ad that I did create. I had pictures on here, but I don't know what happened to them. Anyways, this is the Rio Grande Hotel and Casino. This is a King Suite Strip View for December 29th to January 2nd this year, this season, for 2 adults. Retail price on Expedia is $1,069.12. That is a non-refundable price, and flights are not included. Okay. I looked up this deal on Evo Plus. This Evo Plus deal is like 248. No joke. So here is 228. Here it is, Evo Plus, 228.66, where I did the math. Expedia is the 1,069 price. What's the difference? $840. That's a savings for the customer of $420 if you're splitting 50-50, and your instant commission of $420. So you're going to sell this to your client for $648.89. How many nights is this? 30, 31, 1, 3 nights, 4 nights, 29 to 30, 30 to 31, 31 to 1, 4 nights. Yeah, 4 nights for $648.89. You're going to sell it for that price. Then when you go to book it, you're going to split that out and you say, first, I need you to send me a square because you're going to send them a square invoice or a square payment link for the 420.23. And then you're going to book the rest of it, the 228.66 from Evo Plus. Okay. So that is a $420 payday. Yes, sign me up. And Rio is not exactly on the strip. It is like on a side road. I feel like a stewardess now. Um, but yeah, so there is also an additional mandatory fee from the resort of 226.76 that's collected at check-in. I've never seen it collected at check-out. Just check in. Anytime I've ever gone at check-in, they're like, okay, we need a card on file for your 226.76 or whatever the price is for the resort fee, and that will get charged to the client's room. So whether that gets charged at the beginning, the forefront, if they want to pay with a different card, they can pay with a card right there, or they can put on another card. Anyways, at the end of the day, it's going to get charged to whatever card they give them at check-in. So this is a call to action here. I like book quickly. Prices go up and resorts fill up. This is New Year's Eve, people. You can put in whatever call to action you want, any urgency level of urgency. Change my information to yours. Take a screenshot of this if you want. Then you can at least have the information. I don't know why the pictures didn't show up, but I like to do 2 or 3 pictures of the resort. And then I like to have, so 2 pictures of the resort exterior, a picture of like a dining area or the casino. This is a Vegas thing. And at least 1 picture of the room type. If they have a picture of the room type with the view, I don't know why this isn't showing my images. I did have images on there, but there you have it. So pick your own pictures, put up a travel ad for this, or go on Evo Plus and find a different one that you want to do a travel ad for, but do a travel ad. And this is the time to do it. So, do you guys have any questions? I'm just gonna tab this off so that I can see the chat. All right. Chelsea is planning her big trip for next year. Start planning now. Start watching where those I'm gonna check the chat here. Start watching where those shows are at and planning ahead, like where you want to go. Where's my, I don't see anything in the chat on the live. So, um, yeah, do you guys have any other questions? Well, if there's no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me for this training. It was really fun. I was so excited to share all about this. And if you have any questions in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. It's Roxanne Schwandt-Knutson. I'm in Travel Knowledge Team, Silver Leader ITAN card holder, and I look forward to helping you guys again in the future. And I'm going to get the hang of this live streaming on Facebook one day. I promise. All right, you guys all have a good day. Take care.